Yo, have you seen this video?
This topic of Blackrock and Vanguard having money in taking the assets in their own ETFs and stuff and using that to sway public laws and public opinion in the company, in the states that they oversee. They're getting sued in Texas. They're getting sued in Florida. And part of like, whether that's true or not, what annoys me personally when I invest is I want to make sure that my money goes towards my beliefs. And if you have someone else managing your money, or you put your money in a Vanguard, you put your money in a Blackrock, there's possibilities for that to happen at a much broader scale than if you do it on your own.
That's exactly
and
right.
That's like what we're trying to build that. We're trying to essentially build out the way that you can have your money managed without you having to sacrifice your own values, your own voter rights, your own beliefs.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't want to turn over your money to someone who is trying to eliminate all your rights. I mean, that's crazy.
Now, the principle that's discussed in this video that we just watched doesn't apply only to financial investments. It also applies to spiritual investments and investments in the kingdom of God. So regarding your spiritual life, walk, and investment in your spiritual life, it's important to ask yourself, what kind of beliefs does the institution that I'm giving my money to uphold? And they say that you should pay your tithes every Sunday to this institution because they feed the homeless, and it's a good thing. You'd be doing the Lord's work. But why not go out there on the street, buy a sandwich or buy a meal for a homeless person that you see sitting there, gathering change? Why not buy something for them yourself? Give them the food, sit down with them, share the gospel, talk with them about God, have a conversation with them like Christ would, That's what Christ would do. So I think it's not necessarily a bad thing. Tithing, as long as it's the right community of believers. And as we know, in these last days, many churches are false. There's many false apostles, many false Christs. As he said, there will be. So we really have to have the discernment, and it's really important not to invest in the wrong thing, because that church, they might just be bringing about the Antichrist or the beast system. As Jesus said, enter ye by the narrow gates. Broad is the way that leads to destruction, and many go in by it. So, if many go in by it, then that means the majority of the world goes in by the gates that leads to destruction, not towards the gates that leads to life, because few are those who go in by that gate. So I'd say, instead of investing in a wishy-washy institution where you actually don't know where the money goes to, it's better to just go out there and do it on your own, Use the means that God has given you. Use your voice, use your legs, use your hands. Go out there, talk to them people that you would normally give money to the church to do that thing for you. Talk to them by yourself. Share the gospel. Share some time with them. Buy them food. That would really be doing the Lord's work. And yeah, I feel like that's a better representation of being like Christ than just giving your money to random churches that don't even represent Christ or the way he walked. So that's just my take on it. follow Christ. Don't follow these false pastors, false churches, you know, with these false teachings. Just read the word, let the Spirit guide you. Be blessed.